I will never change who I am because I enjoy what I do. And once you enjoy what you do, yeah. But guys, remember this. Before there was any pasa that I was doing and so forth. I was touring. I was on the road with Davil. I was signed to For Show's record, Davil label. Then I was working with Richie Stevenson. The first person that brought me on a stage was Romeo and Virgo. Perform on a stage, side to side. I was working with Chris Martin. A lot of people in the business I work with. And I've taken a break from it. Went through everything that I went through. And I've got nothing but disappointment from most of these artists. And the only artist that ever stick out for me and helped me, that made him do a song, was Davil. Many of you remember Davil from Always on My Mind. When everybody turned them back against me in the music, Davil never turned them back against me in the music. Him do a song with me, never charge me. The first song I did that helped me with my name was record for Robert Livingston, Shaggy Farmer manager. I did that song. And that did a lot for me. And then as years goes by, things happen and so forth, and everybody leave me standing, but I never give up. And I won season, recipe that worked for me. And a lot of people may say, don't do pasa and so forth. That will never change because that is what made me. I am not known locally. I'm known internationally all over the world and so forth. I've played a lot of role, help a lot of people through problem and so forth. And I'm glad that I have a platform that I can help others. Know me to like me, learn about me. Don't just judge me because of what you may see me do. Because otherwise than that, when I come off of Facebook, I live a regular life just like you. I have problems just like you. And for 2018, I make a decision and say, I am not going to pick up any problem. Focus on my career, focus on my kids. And God have given me a song from last year. And this is the song that I just played that are going to do a lot of things for me. A lot of you people that are putting up my videos on YouTube, I have no problem you put it up because what it is. But at least support me in what I'm doing and so forth. And whether you support me or not, my career is always going to be what it is, and I'm not going to stop. When there's something that comes, I'm going to talk about it. Right? People may think I have a bag of woman and me this and me that and blah, 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 blah. That is what it is. But look into it. I've got some of the biggest platform in music industry. I just shoot my video, waiting for finalize of my video, that I could make an appearance on stage of my release of my video. I've been on stage 2 times. I've been on the front of the star so many times. I've been in every paper in Jamaica you can possibly think about. But many of you just see the pasa about me and so, but it's not going to change. And at the end of the day, last year I did a lot of shows. I performed 2016 in Rockabessa, one of the biggest shows that happened here in the tri-state area. And I did wonderful on that show. Look into it now. Who would have thought that I would have ended up sharing stage with Shaggy? Not even warm-up time. I'm talking about prime time. I am booked for an event that I'm going to perform in prime time. I am in the prime time performance. Not start to perform 8 o'clock and that's it. I am performing in prime time. And I will be performing in Clarendon, Jamaica on the 24th. And you know my thing go already and so forth. I will be under tight security. So if you're coming to the show and so forth, everything will be arranged and so forth. But I'll be good and everything will be alright and so forth. Understand? I'll be under tight security with regular people, police and soldiers same way. Right? Me and Shaggy will be under tight security. It has been set and is what it is. I am international. I am not locally. And I don't look down on anybody. Any artist that's watching me, where I reach, you can reach here too. Right? You can reach here too. It's not hard to reach there. Just keep fighting. And you will get there and so forth. Tonight, because a lot of men are watching me and so forth, I'm not going to dance sooner tonight. I do it all for the vibes I feel. You understand me I say? So, if you're in Jamaica and you want to come to the show on the 24th of February, it's $1,000 to enter. And it's going to be at Rose's Lawn in Clarendon and so forth. Shaggy alongside Kishen and Barrington Levy and Dr. Love live. Right? In a big lawn. Can you imagine people up here comes to Dr. Love? Did anybody see Barrington Levy performance last night at Shaggy and Friends? Did anybody see it? Look into it. Barrington Levy was on stage and I got a lot of messages this morning. If you look at the performance last night, Barrington Levy was wearing a shirt with the concert and my name was shown big on it. Go on Instagram and look on Shaggy and Friends and see it. And look at my Instagram and so forth. There's a shirt that was wearing thousands of people and my name was right there in the front where Barrington Levy was performing. A legend, international artist. That means I'm doing something good and it's a big platform for me. Big up to Roses FM 89.5. 89.5, yeah, 89.5, Roses FM in Clarendon, Jamaica and so forth that are making my career be possible. You see what I'm saying? So I am moving and 2018 look very good for me and so forth. But I'm still I get the pasa whatever it is and so forth. That is going to be February 24th and so forth. And not only that and so forth, I look at Shaggy last night and I admire the things that Shaggy do. I appreciate what Shaggy do. And I think that Shaggy, Elia got about to Elia did it. I think that Shaggy should run for some form of government of Jamaica because for artists like Shaggy to go out there and do what he do and so forth, it is a big thing. What I was looking at last night at Shaggy and Friends and so forth, a lot of the artists that perform at Shaggy and Friends last night, they just go there to perform because they want to be on Shaggy and Friends. They don't care about the event. They don't respect the event. They just want to say they were there. Right? You're not going to hear them talk nothing about Shaggy and Friends because they got what they needed. Before the show happened, you don't see none of them post none of this thing about Shaggy and Friends on their page. You don't hear none of them perform about it. But at the same time, they will get up and they want to tell you how to live your life and who will kick who and who will back so on and so forth. And they have done nothing for Jamaica. If a lot of the artists, right, that make it big and have money, right, been through what Shaggy have been through. If every artist in Jamaica that have a big name, when you talk about Beenie Man, Bounty Killer, Sizzler, the Marleys and the list goes on and on. If every one of these artists could take a hospital in Jamaica or a school and make it their own, we would have less problem and a better country. It's not determined only on the government of Jamaica. Right? Right? It doesn't determine that. For Shaggy to take the Bustamante Hospital and create an event like that, it is an event that was well put together. And it's an event that if he get the support that he needed, it could be a bigger event than what it is. Shaggy is a Grammy artist. I'd make it big. And when I see some of these artists go up there and perform last night, I was so disappointed in their performance. Why I was disappointed? Because they do not care about the event. They don't care about what Shaggy doing. A lot of them that you hear talking on social media, even Richie Feeling and all of them, you hear them talking about what I'm doing, what L.A. Lewis is doing and all the passa and so forth. But it was talked about by L.A. Lewis and it was talked about on my page and it was posted on my page. They're worrying about what I'm doing and what LLO is doing, but they're not doing nothing for Jamaica, and that's how it will never be better. These artists have made the platform and made enough money. They will more to take the money and buy guns to distribute to the youth and the street to do murder and all kind of things, but they're not going to take the money and do anything to better the country. They're about fashion, right? That's why I would never rate certain artists. I would never look up to certain artists. Look at big international artists like Sting that make it to Jamaica. Wycliffe Jean and all of them. Dougie Fresh and all of them that come to Jamaica. And they have contributed and they're not from there. They don't born in Jamaica. And they were there to support. Give their service. Volunteer their service to help. We. And at the end of the day, Shaggy and Friends was not promoted as the way it should be promoted. Who go up and sing about who in a short skirt and who this and blah, blah, blah. So if you have 20 artists perform, it's only 5 artists out of them really mean something to that event. None of them go perform last night. Don't even like Shaggy. Don't even care about Shaggy. But they're just glad that they have a platform for them to go show their talent. But what are they showing to the society, to the youth them? Murder, drugs, show them the negative way of life. Shaggy have creating that Bustamante Hospital that our kids can go there and have a better bed to sleep in and things like that. Right? But they get up on stage and go on and talk about who know for bow, and who know for this and who know for that, and who them are backs and who know. They ain't doing nothing for Jamaica, and that's why they will always be what they is and they will never change. If everybody could do that, let me tell you something. If every artist that have it, some of them have house and they start at 1 story, 2 story, 3 story, 4 story, 5 story. Have a 8-bedroom house and can't be sleeping all of them. And while they have a 8-bedroom house, some kids have nowhere to sleep, don't have a good bed. It is not your problem that a woman may get pregnant and can't take care of the kids or father may go. But at the end of the day, everything is our problem. Because the only reason why we ask for opportunity to be an artist and be a public figure and so forth is for us to help others. But when we get the opportunity, we don't think about helping others. We forget where we're coming from. That's why some of them fall by their grace. They don't do nothing to help society. And if you have 10 hospitals in Jamaica, and every artist that make it big can take a hospital and make it be their priority, remember, you know, the people just need to see you doing something. They will support. Just like how they support Shaggy that was well put together. You can pick a hospital yourself and say, no, I'm going to pick this hospital and make it be my job to make this hospital better. If we can do that, the medical system in Jamaica will be a lot more better. Right? It can be a lot more better. You understand what I say? So me now, I just do what I have to do. Because I always tell a man, say, you can murder a man, I can murder a man too. You have gun, me have gun too. We all go down the same road. And at the end of the day, guess what happened? You can dead, me can dead too. But I don't fear nobody, I don't worry about nobody. But we need to do better as a public figure out there. We need to do better as a public, let me just check something. We need to do better as a public figure. I watched all of them perform last night. And who come in a short skirt, and who come well dressed down like putos. And at the end of the day, they don't remember nothing about the event. A lot of them perform before Shaggy and Friends. A lot of them. And they never posted Shaggy and Friends on their Facebook page. Them sit down every day like some big old lazy girl and don't do nothing. But them get up and ready to tell you how to live your life. And all of you in a passa. So I wish I have a way. I wish I have the opportunity to join force with Shaggy. Don't have to be up front to help him reach the goal that he wants to reach. But NSC and Ciroc and flossing and fashion is what they care about. And then they turn around and blame the government for problem. When they are the same one distributing guns on the street and telling people to go there and murder people and box people and all that. They are the same one doing it. So my thing is, God bless Shaggy and his family. God bless him for what he's doing as an international artist. He don't live in Jamaica. He live here in the state. I know where he live at. Because I went to his studio and record. In fact, the song that me and Devil did was Work Hard at one of Shaggy's studio. A place that he recorded too. You understand what I say? So at the end of the day, I wish and I hope that some of these artists will look at what Shaggy is doing and do better. And try to see if we can make 2018 be a successful year. Some of them don't put you up on them page. Because guess what happened? Them never book for it. Them name never dip on it. Them name was not on it. So them don't talk about it. And you know, hear nothing more about it. Them perform and gone. And that is the reason why some of these artists will always be a community artist. And community only, they're not going anywhere and will never be nothing out of life than what they are. The 14 parish of Jamaica, that's all they know, and that's where they will always be, and never go anywhere. So my hats off to Shaggy, and you do a good job, and Bustamante Hospital is not the same that we used to. So I don't know who's going to follow, but some of the artists who on to waters and dirty and stink and cranny. On a worthless. And that is the reason if on a visa get taken, and someone never get back visa can don't serve no purpose. We just have, and nobody else must have. And then we don't blame people for no problem, dog.